Niagara Falls Public Library is ready to get reading this summer with the return of TD Summer Reading Club. Here with me from the library is Dan Maxinuk and Christy Hendricks. Thanks for joining me today. So tell me, what is this program all about?
So the Summer Reading Club is something we've been running for a while, and it's really about encouraging kids to keep reading over the summer. So basically we have a system where you keep track of how long you read all summer. For every 20 minutes you get a point, and then you get to come in and exchange your points for beads to make your necklace. So we're really encouraging kids to keep reading all summer long. Any kind of reading counts. We're getting kids really excited about reading. So it can be books they're reading to themselves. It can be books that a grown-up is reading to you. It can be books that they're listening to. Anything counts. So we're really trying to just keep kids reading all summer long.
I love that. And when does it start?
Yeah, so it starts on Saturday, June the 21st. We got a big kickoff day with our Get Your Summer Read On Day. So starting at 12 o'clock that day at all of our locations, we're going to have all kinds of fun activities for kids, adults, and teens. We're going to have a scavenger hunt, a Name the Snake contest, and all kinds of different activities that everyone can take part in. The club, it runs all summer long from June 21st till Saturday, August the 30th. Kids can start registering at 12 o'clock on June the 21st. They can come in, pick up their necklace, get their stickers and their notepads.
And so how long have you been doing this event, and how successful has it been over the years?
We've been doing it for a really long time. Last year we had 1,300 kids register, and then we had over 740,000 minutes read. So it's really showing an improvement in how many kids are reading and how often they're reading and how well they're reading.
And it's not just for kids. You were saying adults are also getting involved.
Yeah, adults, teens, everyone alike, everyone can get involved. You just need to read a minimum of 10 hours throughout the summer just to be registered in order to win any of our prizes. And we got all kinds of great prizes too that we're giving out. Some that we're going to name are Niagara helicopter tours, Niagara Ice Dogs tickets, some Niagara River Lines tickets as well.
Wow, that's some incentive to get out there reading. Yeah. And what do you find is a good way to engage with our children over the summer? As a parent of two boys who, you know, we're just kind of working on getting reading more in our household. What are some tips you might have?
I just think that making sure kids know that any kind of reading is important, whether they're reading a graphic novel, which is a great gateway book for kids because they get to see the pictures as well as get the words in the story. So I just think it's important for kids to know that any kind of reading counts. It doesn't matter who's reading to you, what you're reading, as long as you're reading something, that's what's really important.
And you were mentioning even audiobooks is a great way.
Even audiobooks. I listen to audiobooks all the time. It's such a great way to get the reading in and learn the books, and it really helps with kids getting encouraged to read, excited about reading. Yeah.
And what's some of the feedback that you get from kids and teens and adults from the club?
Everyone's so excited to get those beads on the necklaces. That's the most exciting part. Staff are so excited to hear all the different books that everybody likes to talk about that they've read over the summer when they come in and brag to us. It's just amazing to see. We also realize that the summer slide's real too for kids. You know, a lot of kids drop off their math and reading skills throughout the summer. So this is just a real fun way to get kids reading, get them out and enjoying reading.
And I mean, you both must like to read if you're working at the library.
Yeah.
Do you participate as well?
This is my necklace from last year.
Okay.
So I collected all these bead points, got all these beads myself. I love it for sure. And I think grown-ups really enjoy having that, as well as this year we have our summer reading journal, which they can complete all different activities in it and enter ballots to win prizes for the grown-ups too. So there's lots happening.
And what do you find is feedback really from, say, parents who are, like myself, struggling to engage with our kids with reading?
Yeah, I'd say one big thing is the economy right now makes it quite difficult for families to afford the materials. So the nice thing about having the public libraries, we provide those materials to all families and everyone alike at no cost. So that's the biggest feedback that I think we've gotten. Yeah.
And so what's the process for people who haven't necessarily gone to the public library? What do we do? Where do we go? How do we sign up?
Yeah, so you can come to any of our branches, including our bookmobile, which is really exciting. You register for any of them, and all you have to do is tell us your name, what school you go to, and how old you are, and that's it. And then you come in however often you want to tell us how many minutes you've read, keep track of all your minutes, keep track of all your points. It's really so simple. There's no charge for it. You just have to come to the library and register.
What do you find when you have people come to the library for the first time?
Yeah, everybody's just so excited. It's just such a bright, vibrant, inviting space for everyone. We invite everybody of all walks of life into the library, and I think that's what everybody likes to see. It's a nice welcoming spot.
So before we finish off our interview here again, what are some tips you have for kids and teens and parents when it comes to avoiding that summer slide?
I think it's really important for kids to know too that there's so many different kinds of books out there. There's so many exciting stories you can read about, so many exciting things. And I know for myself and my son, a lot of the books he wants to read are nonfiction. So we have books that are about animals, they're about different exotic things, they're about all sorts of adventures. He loves reading books about sharks and dinosaurs. We have all of that. So if your kids are really interested in nature, they're really interested in history, we have books for everyone.
That is some great advice. Well, thank you so much for joining me in studio today. And we'll have to have you back on after and see how many books were read, how many hours, how many beads, and we'll circle back on that one.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for having us.